So for this question, we're looking at logarithms. So it's one of these questions where you're given some working by a student and you're asked to identify errors in the working. So let's have a look at what they've done. They're trying to solve this equation here. 2 log x base 2 minus log root x base 2 is equal to 3. And it gives you a few steps of what they're doing. They've used subtraction law for logs, they've tried simplifying using the power law, and then using the definition of a log. Well, straight away we can see an error in this point here. What they've tried to do is do the subtraction law for logs here. Now, this would have been fine, but they've not dealt with the 2 here. Remember your power law for logs. If you've got log x, sorry, if I've got a log x, that's the same as log x to the power of a. They've got to deal with this power here first, or deal with the 2 by taking it to the power. So that's the first mistake. So just right about they've used the subtraction law incorrectly. They needed to take the 2 as a power. And then the second mistake, so there's nothing wrong, well, apart from this here. The second mistake comes from here. And where they've tried to use the power law and the definition of a log. See, x wouldn't be 3 squared here. But hopefully, it's clear to see that using the definition or anti-log in here would give you x equals 2 cubed, which would be 8. So it wouldn't be 9. So again, that's a mistake as well. That's the other mistake. So you just want to briefly say that they've used the definition of a log incorrectly. The solution should be x equals 2 cubed, which is equal to 8. So that's part A done. So quite nice. 2 marks like that. Nice and easy. For part B, we're actually asked to solve it ourselves. So straight away, we know we're going to have to fix this issue, and we're going to have to fix this issue. Right, let's do this. So we've got this bit here. This is what we need to fix first. So the log x base 2, we can write as log x squared base 2. So this is, let's write this down. Log x squared base 2 minus log, and I'll write this as a power just so it's easiest to see, x to the half. Make sure you're confident using your indices and changing between roots. X to the half base 2, and this is equal to 3. Alright, so far that's correct. Now we can use the subtraction law, which is where this was incorrectly used, because we have it as a power now. So this is the same as 1 single log of base 2 of, so it's going to be x squared divided by x to the half. And that's x to the half in the denominator, and this is equal to 3. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this, but I'll try and do it in the way I think is easiest. So straight away, let's simplify these indices. So make sure, again, you're comfortable simplifying indices. Remember, from GCSE, if we're dividing, we're going to subtract the actual power. So this is equal to log base 2 of, so x squared minus x to the half. So that would be 4 over 2 if I write it as a denominator 2. So 4 over 2 minus 1 over 2 gives me x to the 3 over 2. So this is x to the 3 over 2. And this is equal to 3 still. Alright, we're getting there. We're nearly there. So what we've got to do now is we're going to have to anti-log, but we've got to be careful how we do this. So this is where, again, where it was done incorrectly on this side. If we anti-log this, well, this is going to give me x to the 3 over 2 on this side, right? X to the 3 over 2 on that left-hand side. This side, it's not going to be 3 squared, but again, like we did here, it's going to be 2 cubed. So 2 cubed again. So x to the 3 over 2 is equal to 8. Okay, so this is where it can be very easy to trip up. Be very careful how you undo these powers now. So x to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to 8. So we're going to have to deal with this. Now, think about if this was x to the half, right, or the square root of x. If we wanted to get rid of that power of a half, we'd square root it, right? We'd get rid of it. So we've got to do the same here. And the way to do it is you're going to have to square first. We need to square first to get rid of the 2, and then we're going to have to take the cube root. We're going to have to do the opposite. What this is actually the same as is x equals a to the 2 over 3. If you like to think of it in a way, if you undo these, you almost flip it on the other side. So therefore, x is equal to the cube root all squared. So that's going to be 2 squared. So the cube root of a all squared. So that's the cube root of 8 is 2. 2 squared is equal to 4. And there you go, guys. That is the correct solution for part B.